own martial arts system we've termed Kenpo-Jutsu karate. I've been teaching karate, or I've been involved practicing karate non-stop now for about 22 years. I've earned black belt rank in Kenpo karate, which is a style of karate. I've earned a black belt ranks in Goju karate, which is another form of karate. I've studied something called Hungar Kung Fu, which is rankless. You just take it for a long time and keep practicing it, get good at it. I've taken some judo, Tai Chi Chuan, and studied a number of different weapons systems that we use in the martial arts. I've been teaching one form of karate, Kenpo karate, since 1975. I had a full-time karate school, or dojo as we call it, that started off in Camillus Plaza. This was in 1975, and ever since then, that school, Syracuse Kenpo Karate as we've called it, has stayed in circulation. In fact, we've had quite a few auxiliary programs over that time. Programs like the kind we're going to set up here in Jordan Elbridge. All kinds of programs for little children, women, men, everybody really. I even started a program in 1980. I started teaching a self-defense course for women up at Syracuse University. And eventually I worked on that until it became really a curriculum up there. They have several karate and martial arts courses now that they teach up at Syracuse University. I don't teach those anymore, but two of my black belts still do. So to give you some idea, what we now have as a club is a pretty well-established organization. I'm not a commercial school because I do something else nowadays, but we still have a very strong school, and we're glad to be out here tonight at Jordan Elbridge. And we're going to give you a little idea of the type of thing that you can expect when you register for the program that we'll be running here every Tuesday night, starting next week. And we'll have a little bit more information. I think if you have any questions, things like that, we'll be happy to answer them after we give you a little demonstration of the kind of technique and the things that are involved in learning karate right now. Just quickly, I'd like to introduce who I brought with me tonight. We have some of our top students here. Marty Parkinson is a first-degree black belt. Marty goes way back. So when did you start, Marty? 1975?
1975.
So he's been in karate for a long period of time, as you can see himself. Jim Pickard, who is one of the primary instructors, and of course the organizer, I think some of you know here at Jordan Elbridge, he and his wife Kathy. He's been in karate now several years. He has a second-degree brown belt, and in fact he started off as Marty Parkinson's student a few years ago, if I recall. Kevin Hotchkiss, from out this way, somewhere out there called Leesport or something like that, right? Kevin is a third-degree brown belt. And you've been with me for a long time. Since when? Years. 1980, early 80s. Okay, so Kevin's got a lot of experience, and he'll be helping us out in the program. Sarah Cook is a student in Stonehenge School in the West Genesee District. What grade, Sarah? Fourth grade. Blue belt. Should be going for a green belt. That's the next rank you should be going for. We'll tell you a little bit more about the ranks later. Jenna LaManna is a student at West Genesee Junior High, right? Middle school, junior high. Middle school, okay. Adam Cayea comes all the way from Mattydale, Roxborough School, okay. And finally down in the end, Billy Prusinowski, who is a Stonehenge student also in the West Genesee. Billy is in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 6th grade, 4th grade. Okay, so we consider these junior students. In our system, we break everything down, you're either an adult or a junior. The junior cutoff is about 14 years old or so, depending on size and ability sometimes also. But we have 4 junior students, 3 adults tonight. And we're going to take the demonstration right from the top. We're going to show you a little bit of a group drill. Then, because there's a lot of mistaking, a lot of times people say, well, what are they doing? What are those moves actually doing? We're going to show you and demonstrate a lot of these moves on each other to give you a little bit of idea of how they work or how they should work. And we'll show you a little bit of the art of karate tonight, too, which involves doing what we call katas. And then a little bit of sparring at the end, too. We have about a 30-minute demonstration planned for you. So if you're getting hot in there, which I already am, you might want to take your jacket off or something, because I'm sweating just talking now. I haven't even done anything yet. Okay, first of all, a little group drill, typical of what we do in every group class. We just practice basic techniques on the floor. We'll start in as we normally would in a class. Ready, stance. Reverse. Okay. Left fighting stance. Okay, what I want to see first is a step punch. The basic thrusting punch is one of the main weapons that we use in Kenpo Karate, okay? Step punch, ready? Okay, ready? Up a little bit, get everything psyched here, okay? Coming back on the floor. Step punch, ready? Coming back. I want to ask the line to move this way a little, Mr. Parkinson, so we get the last guy not running into the metal tables. Everybody move down. Everybody move down. There we go, okay. All right, now we fighting combination. We kick somebody and then we punch them. Right, front snap, kick, punch. Front snap, kick, punch. Ready? With a ki. Okay, coming back. Looking good. Kick, punch. Ready? Kicking is an important part of any martial art. Kenpo means way of the fist. We actually emphasize our hands a little bit more, but we do a lot of kicking because if you're going to throw any kind of kicks, you got to spend a lot more time developing your balance and your leg strength than you do with your hands. Hands are a little bit more easy to develop. So consequently, you will see us throwing quite a few kicks. Let's do a kick combination. Front snap kick into a roundhouse kick. Two different kicks here. Ready? Coming back. Ready? Coming back. And just one more little general thing here. Fighting combination. We're going to put a kick, lead in, and two punches. Shuffle front roundhouse kick, back knuckle reverse punch. Shuffle front roundhouse kick, back knuckle reverse punch. Ready? Fire him out. With a ki. Coming back. Ready. Okay, ready, stand. You look okay? All right. That's the basic idea of a group drill. Now we're going to break down some of the basics here, okay? I'd like to show you some hand techniques, then I'd like to show you some kicking techniques, and then we'll do some overall self-defense drills, okay? I'd like Mr. Parkinson to demonstrate the hands. Where are you going to do it at? Mr. Hotchkiss, okay? Okay, now what Mr. Parkinson will do is demonstrate a hand striking technique. If he's coming to the body, he's going to come pretty close, might even touch him a little bit, okay? He'd be coming in close to the face with the hand strikes. And, okay, first of all, reverse punch, first thing to throw. Face or body. Basic rear hand thrust is one of our primary strikes that we put a lot of time into trying to perfect, right? Okay, face or body on that. Next strike, let's see what we got. Back fist strike, quick snapping motion. We use this to lead into an opponent. And we usually snap that right into their face. That's our sort of the karate front hand jab there. Back fist strike, we call it. Okay, that's called a ridge hand strike. Now it's a reverse shoot though. Coming around from the front or the back. Everybody heard of a karate chop? Right? Anybody heard of a karate chop? It's the reverse karate chop, okay? Here's the combination. There's a back fist to the face, punch to the body, and he hits him, finishes him with a ridge hand strike, which is designed to strike someone right in the neck. You really have to hurt somebody to stop them in their tracks. That's where you're going to go with it. Okay, here's a combo strike, and a claw strike. As actually a claw strike. It hits with impact and then claws in. Again, these are techniques that we use to defend ourselves if we're in some kind of trouble. Nothing that we play around with. It's called a hammer fist blow. You learn to use all parts of the fist, all parts of the body. He's hitting him with the bottom part of his fist there. Shuto, that's the karate chop right there. He's throwing the clavicle area. Reverse. Somebody's running at you, you drop back and drop the shuto into their neck. They're trying to grab your legs. How's that work? Comes in low, and he drops his weight, striking him to the mastoid area. Half fist strike to the neck. Or pull the hair back, half fist strike under the chin. Finger eye here. And spear to the body. First palm heel strike. Palm heel strike again. Okay. Triple shot to the body. Eye spear. Yeah, missing something. Okay, that's how we apply to overall. Okay, gentlemen, very good, very good. Now, you would learn those. Yeah, you can give them a little bit of encouragement if you want. You'll learn those in a particular order. You're not learning everything the first time. That's a whole variety of different hand strikes. Same thing for these kicks now. I'm going to demonstrate the kicks with Mr. Pickard, and Mr. Parkinson can tell you a little about them. Again, some of these start off sort of basic kicks, then we move up to more advanced things, all right?
Yeah, as Sensei said, practice punches and kicks. Primarily hand style, but these are some of the kicks that we...
Front position, front snap.
Front snap kick, very quick. Vital area, stomach, groin. And they're very quick snapping. More powerful thrusting kick, because then you push the opponent back and go through that. Front thrust kick. More hip action, more body power. Okay. Roundhouse kick, an angular attack for opponent blind side. Okay. Angle head. Front leg, roundhouse kicks, setting somebody up with the body or the head. You should follow it up with a series of combinations. Okay.
Side thrust kick.
Okay. Real penetrating, driving. Classic side thrust kick off the rear leg. Okay. Face, head, body.
Shuffles.
Okay, off the front leg, driving. Okay, real rib breaker here. Okay. Full shot will usually put somebody back quite a distance, plus brace the ribs. Hook kick, another angular attack to the head. Okay.
Spinning.
Spinning hook kick. A lot of power. You're going to take somebody out of the picture there. Through it, hit him in the head.
Reverse crescent. Opening eye up.
Reverse crescent kick, opening the opponent's guard up, taking it out.
Axe kick.
Axe kick, another angular attack. Then from up, down, slicing the person. That's the axe kick.
Foot sweep.
Sweep. Takedown technique, followed up by a stomp.
Okay? You okay? Okay, I'm all warmed up now. Good stuff is coming along. Hand strikes, feet strikes. We're going to start putting them together now in some routines that are called katas. Kata is the art of karate. You've probably seen on TV the guys going like that. And you say, well, what is that all about? You know, is that just to psych somebody out or just to distract them? Katas are self-defense moves together in a sequence that we drill on by the hour to get just perfectly. It's part of our training and our discipline. I'll show you what we use katas for in a minute, Let me show you a basic kata first, okay? Okay, class, we're going to do long one kata. Like everybody move up a little bit and spread out their legs a little bit. This is one of the first katas, actually the second kata you would learn to get your orange belt in Kenpo Karate. Okay, a little bit more. That's it. Good. You will do this as a group drill to my count. All right, long one kata! Long one kata! Okay, take. See the key eyes now. Good. That was our first kata that we'll show you, all right? Long one. If you were looking closely, you might have been able to identify a basic straight punch in there. Maybe some blacks. We didn't really go over blacks. We see more of them doing well. But every one of those moves has a certain rationale behind it, all right? Katas there's all kinds of different katas. We want to show you 3 different examples of katas that you might see a little bit more applicable now. One of them is a breathing kata, where we just learn to control our breath and enhance our internal power, all right? This is a kata from Okinawan-style karate that I've adapted to the system. It's called Sanshin. Now you're going to see 2 of our more advanced people doing this. There's also a way to test people doing it, and that is to sort of let them have it in the muscle area with a few strikes and blows, just so we see that they're tensing up and making themselves a little less vulnerable to being hurt when they're in a particular position and when they have their breathing well controlled. I'm going to talk any more about this because I think this will explain it up. Juniors, step back about 2 steps, okay? Mr. Hotchkiss, Mr. Pickard. Okay, now they'll do this kata together. We don't, we'll try to keep on the same count, but it doesn't really matter. Mr. Parkinson, you'll teach Mr. Pickard, okay? Sensei kata! Sensei kata! Still want to take karate, right?
It's advanced level kata.
You're all signed up, so you can't get out of it. Yeah, okay, now again, the idea of our brown belts are doing that. And you learn these moves as you go up. And guys that are more advanced and adults that's going for a high rank in karate, they're going to be trained for their black belt stuff. They have to show that they're really developing themselves to be pretty strong. Now, what I'd like to do, some of our katas involve more than one person. We're going to do a 2-man kata, 2-person kata in this case. 2 of our younger students down here. This is a kata that these 2 guys are learning for their next rank, which will be blue belt, which they're both going for. Mr. Cayea and Mr. Prusinowski. Now, this is a series of moves that they sort of choreograph, and they have to get it down just well. Move up a little bit more, guys. So you have plenty of room behind you as you move back a little bit, right? Okay, all set? Kenpo 2-man set.
Kenpo 2-man set.
And again, the moves, you know, we try, the moves are, we work on them, we drill on them over and over again, so we get better and better at them as we go. Now, those moves should have an application. Obviously, someone in the street is not going to, you know, go along with the flow of things. So we're going to show another kata this time, one that you haven't seen yet. Two girls are going to demonstrate it. Then we're actually going to show you what the moves actually do. This is a kata that involves a lot of self-defense techniques. Self-defense means somebody grabs you by the arm, grabs you in a headlock, grabs your arm behind your back. What do you do? We'll show it to them in form first, okay? Ms. Cook, Ms. LaManna, give them a little bit of room, folks. They'll do it in form. Stay as close as you can together. You don't have to stay exactly together, right? Just do your best on it for form. Short three kata!
Short three kata!
So what did they do? If you've been watching the demo up till now, you might have seen a couple punches there, a couple of kicks, all right? Sarah, move over just a little bit. All these techniques have traditional names, too. Mr. Parkinson is going to call off the name. Then I'm going to give Ms. LaManna the attack, see how she responds with the same technique that Sarah just did. Everybody got that? Let's give it a shot. From the
Short three kata!
beginning.
Two-headed serpent.
Yes!
Okay. We're going to grab from the front.
Yes!
Rising elbow. Chinese L punch. Crank of the eagle. Crossing talon. Two-handed front choke. Headlock. Locking arm. Shackle break. Silk wind. Retreating phoenix.
Yes!
We'll bow out now. Okay, good going. I let her do that. Normally I'd be done. We have to make it look good. Okay, those are good techniques. She executes them with a lot of force, I'll tell you right now. Okay, so that's what kata is, all right? And we learn a couple of these katas for every belt that we get in this style. What we're going to do now is demonstrate a few more techniques that maybe are a little bit more advanced, although some of those are okay too, more advanced, I mean. Mr. Parkinson and myself will demonstrate self-defense. here. There's plenty of room, folks, plenty of room here. Okay, we'll start. In answer to the main question, yeah, that's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
More fun for us.
Okay, one thing we're going to show now, one more element, and again, a lot of this stuff's more advanced. You know, you don't start off doing techniques like that. You don't start off doing that Sanshin Kata, where we're testing you. And you don't start off doing what you're going to see here either, which is a little bit of sparring. Those gentlemen are putting on a little bit of equipment. Sparring is the sport aspect of karate. We try to make it non-dangerous by not allowing real deadly strikes. We basically allow straight-in punches, straight-in kicks, we work padding, and you'll see these guys have really good control. We even teach kids this, of course. Karate should be taught, I believe, is a contact sport. But you'll find far less injury in this sort of an endeavor, even though you'll see people go at it pretty hard once in a while, far less injury than in a lot of your more traditional sports. Now, I just preface that because these guys might look like they're killing each other out here, okay? Sparring is what you learn when you have a belt or two already. Basically, I don't have anything too much planned here other than to say that when you're sparring with somebody, sometimes we do it bare knuckles too, but when we go a little heavier with the equipment, the idea is to try to get a blow in some kind that's unprotected, where your opponent can't block it, okay? Striking to the face, maybe coming in with some kind of a kick up high, within an inch of the target, that scores a point. You score usually 2 points in a match, you win the match. Now there's karate tournaments that are based on that sort of a competition. Karate sparring is really the bottom line in terms of being able to fight and defend yourself, I feel. So it's a real important aspect of what you will do in karate. As I say, not really as a beginner. Usually, until you get about the first belt in our system, the orange belt, we usually don't really get too involved in sparring, the activity of sparring. What I would like you to do is spread out, and a little spotty, reach down here too, spread out all through here, okay? We have a table here, so Mr. Parkinson wants to stand right on the table there. We'll just give you a couple minutes of what sparring is like. Again, these guys are brown belts. If I see anything good, I might just stop you guys. Draws everybody's attention, okay? It's a formal contest. We have a certain amount of ritual in everything that we do in karate. We start off with the bow to the referee. We bow to each other. Fighting stance. Okay, good control, gentlemen. Okay, Mr. Hotchkiss came across. I don't know if everybody saw it. We're going to pull the arm down, and he came across with what we showed before as a reverse punch. Came within about an inch of the head, and that's a scoring point. That's a scoring point for your opponent, unless you get in that close. Fighting stance. Move it around. Good technique. Okay, spinning reverse crescent kick, okay? Kind of slow, but wasn't expected. You got it in there. There it is. Grab, reverse punch. They're up. Hey! They're up. Sometimes when there's a clash, things are a little sloppy, we always stop and say, good karate technique, good karate technique. Hey! Roundhouse kick to the head. First punch to the head. I'll tell you. I'm sweating from mostly just talking. Okay, group, line it up. That was a quick overview of what we do in karate, okay? I think we'll just keep it real informal. Now, I know we've all been bowing to each other and very military here, but does anybody have any comments or questions or anything you'd like to ask me or any of my students that are here tonight about what we're doing here? Tell you what, we're going to bow out, and then we'll just mingle with you so you don't feel like you're asking a question that you want to be put on the spotlight for. But we'll stick around. I think Kathy and Jim are going to set up the table for registrations. The course basically starts next week. It'll run every Tuesday night. There'll be at least a couple of instructors here usually to run it, depending on how many people we get to sign up. And, well, you can get the rest of the details from either Jim Pickard or his wife, Kathy. Okay, everybody ready to stand?
Marty. It's on now. You got plenty of time. Okay, yep.
Learning those.
Go ahead.
prices to the nearest dollar. And Leo, will you please bid first?